Sawadee ka. Good evening. Welcome to Thai PBS World. Tonight, I'm Thai Teshikitiranan.
And I'm Nad Bunag, and today it's the first day that the interprovincial travel restrictions for 13 dark red zone provinces are in effect. Thailand's Department of Land Transport announced today that all interprovincial public transport services are being suspended for the 13 provinces under maximum control and restrictions in accordance with the CCSA's 2-week lockdown measures for the dark red zone, while all domestic flights to and from the zones have been suspended. The zone includes Bangkok, Nonthaburi, Nakhon Pathom, Pathum Thani, Samut Prakan, Samut Sakhon, Chonburi, Chha Cheong Sao, Ayutthaya, Yala, Pattani, Songkhla, and Narathiwat. The travel restrictions will remain in force until August the 2nd, but could be extended if the pandemic has not improved. Interprovincial public vans suspended operations at 1 p.m. today, while buses were almost empty. This morning, 13 public vans were in service, enabling people to travel back to their hometowns, such as Chonburi and Rayong. As for public buses in Bangkok, the number of passengers have reduced significantly after the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority announced changes to the bus timetable, where buses will run from 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. at no more than 50% of their passenger capacity to maintain social distancing. Some of the passengers said they had to wait for a very long time for a bus, but they still feel safe as there are not many passengers. Meanwhile, at Don Mueang International Airport, many people booked their flights to fly back home yesterday, as it was the final day before the travel ban came into effect. Many of them told Thai PBS that they decided to fly home due to the increasing number of infections, but that they also felt that the travel ban does not help to reduce them. The CCSA today has also recommended further closures for each province in the dark red zone to consider. These include all sports fields, swimming pools for sport purposes, exhibition centers, libraries, museums, child development centers, beauty salons including hair and nail salons, tattoo parlors, public parks, and botanical gardens. The dark red zone, or maximum controlled and restricted areas, are subject to strict semi-lockdown measures, which include a curfew between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m., staying at home on a voluntary basis, a maximum amount of working at home for state enterprises, closures of several venues, a ban on dining in, and online classes only.
And we can start to see more restrictions being imposed in the near future that goes in parallel with surging infections that we see for the past couple of weeks now. And Thailand today sees another new high of daily infections as 13,002 new COVID-19 infections have been recorded today, just over 1,000 of whom from prisons, raising the total infections since April to over 410,000. At the same time, 108 more people have died from the disease, while 8,248 more people have recovered. More than 130,000 people are being treated in hospitals and field hospitals right now. The country's infection record has been broken each day from Friday, July 16 to Monday, July 19, from 9,692 to 10,082 to 11,397 and to 11,784 respectively. Bangkok tops the chart as usual, both in terms of infections and deaths, with 2,921 cases and 40 deaths reported today. The total infections in the capital in the current wave makes up about 30% of all cases so far. And as for vaccination rate, a total of 14.8 million doses have been administered so far. About 11.3 million first doses have been given, while 3.5 million people, or about 5% of the entire population, are fully vaccinated. Meanwhile, 4 men were found dead mysteriously on the street in Bangkok yesterday. 2 of them posthumously tested positive for COVID-19, according to rescue workers. The first victim, a man about 50 years old, was found lying on the road near Bawon Niwet Temple at about 10 a.m. after he collapsed. rescue workers tried to administer oxygen to the victim, but he died later. Rescue workers suspect that the man was infected with COVID-19, so they sealed off that section of the road with steel barriers and put up a warning sign. The body was left on the road until 10 p.m. when another team of rescue workers in PPE suits arrived to remove it and spray the scene with disinfectant. Another body, a 60-year-old man, was found in front of the Siksapan Panit store on Rajadamdon Avenue yesterday evening. His body was removed from the scene at about 10:30 p.m. and it is yet to be confirmed whether the victim was infected with the COVID-19. The third, a man aged about 40, was found lying dead on Ramaphore Road in front of a department store. A swab test found him negative of the virus. And the fourth was found near Wat Sutat Temple in Pranakon district at about 7 p.m. and the body was collected at 9 p.m. A test found the body positive for the virus as well.
And due to the COVID-19 situation, it has been reported that 3 months of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha's salary and those of some of the government spokesperson's team will be spent on the COVID-19 survival boxes to be distributed to people in the 13 provinces in the dark red zone. Earlier this month, the Prime Minister, along with several cabinet members, declared that they will forego their salaries for a few months to help in the fight against the current wave of the pandemic, which is the most serious since the spread began early last year. According to the government spokesperson Anucha Burapachai, the boxes will contain necessities for people who think they may have contracted coronavirus but can't take care of themselves. Among the items will be thermometers, oximeters, painkillers, Thai herbal medicine, surgical masks, and sanitizer gels.
And with that, we wraps up tonight's program. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and our website, www.thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest updates, for example, COVID, politics, Myanmar Report, and many others.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Swadee ka.
Swadee ka.